These guys have been on tour since April. They left the West Coast in April, and they have been on the move like nonstop since then. 6 of them living in an RV. Yo, that's the Urban Partridge Family right there. Just like Daddy said back there. So we want to just chop it up with them for a couple of minutes and talk to them, to the parents and the kids. They have definitely got a unique story to tell. And a couple of months ago, Mr. Taylor, Derek hit me up and was like, hey man, we're going to be in Tampa like the first couple of weekends in September. You know, do you have anything going on? And I was like, storytellers going on. That would be like perfect for you guys to come and share your story. They were here with us about a year ago and did some music, but they really didn't get to, you know, chop it up with us like this. And so one more time, give it up for the whole fam that's up here. So, wow, we saw the twins do some rhyming. We saw the beat producer back there, you know, pressing the buttons, making it happen. And then we saw mom and dad rocking, and they still got the flavor, don't they? Yeah. So I wanted to ask you guys, just tell us like a little bit about you guys, like how you met, how long you've been together, how long you've been married, you know, how all this kind of came together.
Well, I'm from Chi-Town. And back in '86, I moved to California to get involved in the music industry and met my wife as soon as I got off the plane. That was like 25, 26 years ago. We've been together ever since. We'll be celebrating our 19th wedding anniversary this year. And so, amen. So I was a classic go for broke musician. I slept in cars and motels. And a lot of y'all younger cats, y'all be like, what? I mean, that's the way we used to have to do it back in the day. You know, when you were dealing with the industry, because the technology wasn't where it is now. So you had to jump through all these hoops and hurdles, and I was jumping. And so back in them days, my wife, who was my girlfriend at the time, used to feed us. Because we were as thin as toothpicks, you know, struggling musicians and what have you. And then, you know, just over a process of time, in '93, I ended up getting saved and told my wife that I became a born-again Christian. And then shortly after that, she accepted the Lord, and then it kind of just steamrolled after that, right? Just
yeah, because I'd been wanting to get right with God, and honestly, it was Derek who I felt like was the thing in my way of making that happen. And I literally prayed this prayer. This is a true story. I said, Lord, I want to get right with you, but this boyfriend of mine is all in my way. Could you run him over with a truck or something to me? Because we already had our son Garrett, and I didn't want to share the responsibility. I know it's pathetic, but see, this is the kind of God we serve. I really do believe he heard that pathetic prayer, and he said, I'm not going to do that, but I will make him a man of God, somebody you'd want to marry and somebody you'd want to be with. And ever since Christ has entered the picture, he's been the glue that's held it all together, and our ministry began. See, in the world, we never thought to do music together. I had my thing going on, he had his thing going on, and never in our wildest dreams did we ever set out to do it together. But when we got saved, we were doing a New Believers Bible study, and it was a 3-month course. We were graduating, and at our little graduation, the pastor asked us if we would sing a song together. And quite frankly, we just did it to be polite because we thought it was funny that he'd asked us to do a song together. We were like, what, together? But we did it that night, and that night we got asked to sing at Teen Challenge, and then from that we got asked to sing at other things, and then from those things we got asked to sing at other. We've literally just been doing it ever since. And our kids grew up watching us, and now they pick up the mics all on their own. We never had to tell them to do that. It was a real natural progression.
Okay, would you share with us then, like this passion, where did it first start, and the kids, when did they first start getting involved in as well?
Well, when we got saved, initially we thought, well, we got to start rapping. That's what I thought, because back in them days, hip-hop is not, gospel hip-hop was not as prevalent as it is now. As a matter of fact, it was non-existent, really, to be honest with you. There were a few people doing it, but we didn't have a whole lot of examples, and so I was just like, we're going to have to put the jeans up, and my wife thought she was going to have to start wearing pastels and all kind of stuff. And so we didn't realize that God didn't tell us to stop doing what he had gifted us to do, but that we needed to change it up. So once that clicked, and back in them days, we were dusting off old cassette tapes with beats on it, and I was writing stuff, and I was saying, you sing here, and I'll do
I know. He would say, here's your one line, and I had to get in his face and, well, I'm not your backup singer.
Yeah, that's right. So she bogarted her way on up in there, and then we figured out the balance, and then at some point I think we just realized that this was what we were supposed to be doing. It just made sense to us because we had the ability to write and to create music, and so that's what they saw growing up. They saw that. They didn't see some of the other stuff, but they saw it as we were a little further ahead than just at the very beginning. And we never put on them that they needed to do anything like what we do, but they just naturally started going towards that.
Is that how it really went? Okay. I want to talk to the kids now for a minute.
It was
So,
encouraged.